I'm in a meeting. You know this. I see you. You're at your desk. You see me in this meeting room right now. What's going on?
I'm just wondering if you need me in there or anything. I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat real quick. You want anything? You hungry?
I'm okay. Thank you.
All right, I'll get you something just in case.
Brian, I'm good. I brought lunch. I'm okay.
You'll get hungry later. When we're eating together later. All right, later.
My name is Brian. I am the accountant at Street Parking. Do a lot of other things too, whether it be HR type stuff or problems or accounting type stuff, whatever it might be. And honestly, I just hang out with my best friend Julian. I'm kind of his wingman, his right hand man type of guy, and we really enjoy just being around each other. And I get paid for it too, so it's great.
Miranda wanted him to do the vault workout this week while he was in town, so that way he didn't feel left out. But that comes at a huge cost. A huge cost.
I'm from California, so I come up here periodically just to, be with the team and everything. But this week, they're gonna let me do the vault workout.
I tried to tell her no. I knew what that was gonna do for us, but she insisted.
We talk about it all the time. I mean, he calls me and we're like, "Oh, I'm so excited to see you," and I'm like, "I am too." Working out with him is the best thing, I could possibly think of, better than hanging with my wife or kids or anything. It's just being with him is just good. It's fun.
What's going on, Brian? You called me like a million times. What's going on? Hey.
Got you a cronut.
You got me a cronut.
Chocolate. I first met Julian, in all honesty, it's destiny. We actually used to be neighbors.
I remember just opening the garage door and it was that dude that used to walk around his wiener dog and just like awkwardly stare for a really, really long time.
My eyes just kind of caught, they panned over and they saw him. And I was like, wow, that's how I aspire to be. That's what I want my dad bod to look like. I could see just the joy in his eyes when he, got another person to be able to work out with.
I didn't have anybody to work out with really at the time. He didn't really look out of shape, so I was like, sure, why not?
I just remember we're taking shirts off too and just slapping each other, just enjoying time together.
This isn't Remember the Titans, okay? Chill out, man. Don't touch my butt.
What do you think?
Julian Alcaraz is my best friend.
Yeah.
Where did you get this?
I made it.
You made it?
Yeah. You upload a picture and everything. I'll get you one anyways. I know you like it.
Where did you get that picture?
You took it.
Brian, how can I take the picture if I'm in the photo?
We set it up.
You set up a secret camera to take a picture of us working out together.
Well, at least I didn't get a tattoo or something. We could do that.
Nope.
It's like your wife, right? When you're out in public, I'm not sitting there kissing her. It's the same thing with best friends. In the office, people know. Brian's here, okay, great. Julian's gonna be preoccupied hanging out with his best friend after work hours.
Dinner. What do you want for dinner?
Yeah, what are we doing for dinner, man?
I just don't want any friends right now. Friends are freaking exhausting, let alone a best friend. That's a lot of work, a lot of nurturing. A flower needs water, and Brian's the little delicate flower, and I'm the sprinkler. I'm sorry, man, I have no water left to give. I'm tapped out. Brian, can I talk to you for a moment? I got some really bad news. I don't really know how to tell you. You're gonna have to do the vault with Jeb. I'm not doing it with you anymore.
Why?
Just don't want to do it with you. It's not you, it's me. I think honestly, he'd be a great friend. I think Jeb is looking for a friend. I think this might be a great opportunity.
I don't care about Jeb.
No. Look, maybe Jeb could use a friend like you, because you make great friend material.
And I'm your best friend.
Nope. Jeb would be a great friend. He loves chocolate cronuts. He loves wearing matching clothes. You guys can high five each other. You guys can take pictures together. I'm not ready for a friendship right now.
Listen, I don't want to do that stuff with him.
It's just, you guys are a better match. I think you guys together are really gonna hit it off.
Who is your best friend then?
Well, no.
Tell me who he is.
No. Back up a little bit. Again, it's not you, it's me. I'm just not ready to open up for a friendship.
We're best friends. We're not just friends. I love you. You know, I love you, man.
This is for the best. This is for, you won't realize it's a great idea until it becomes a great idea.
When you're ready to admit that you want to be my friend, then come talk to me, okay?
I'll let you know when I'm ready for that, Brian. I'll let you know when I'm ready.
Okay. I guess I just don't know how to feel right now.
Nothing. I think, because there was never anything. Nope.
Hello?
Hey, bro, how you doing?
Man, I wasn't sure if you were gonna call.
Of course I'm gonna call. We're working out together, man.
Oh my gosh, dude, I cannot wait. I'm so excited to do the vault with you.
You have no idea. The feeling is absolutely reciprocated.
All right, cool, man. I will talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right, I love you, man.
I love you too.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Welcome to week 17 of the Street Parking Vault. The Vault is a 25-week long challenge, one workout per week, with the only goal of maintaining consistency. So just remember, you can do any version of this workout, it counts. Customize it however you need to based on your equipment or whatever just works best for you. Scores do not matter, you just can't miss. Welcome to week 17 of the Street Parking Vault. This week, we are taking on Triton. Triton is 20 minutes every other minute on the minute of 30 double unders or dumbbell hopovers, max reps push-up plus renegade rows. Now there is an extra challenge for this workout of either increasing the weight and or increasing the reps on the double unders or hopovers if you so choose. Keep in mind that the reps and even some of the movements are going to vary from version to version on this one, so make sure you check out the full descriptions of each. The score for this workout is the total number of push-up plus renegade rows. The goal would be to complete between 80 and 120 reps. Okay, so this workout is 10 rounds. If you do the math on that, that's 300 double unders or hopovers. So if you're not pretty proficient with double unders and you're gonna be breaking them up a lot or doing a lot of extra jumping to get those reps, I would say save your calves, save your Achilles, go with the dumbbell hopovers on here. Now the goal, right, is 180 to 120 total reps. That's 8 to 12 of the push-up plus renegade rows every round. You wanna give yourself at least a minute, if not like a minute and 20 seconds to get those reps in. Know that with this particular movement, you're gonna get a little bit fatigued there in those later rounds. Expect that the reps might fall off a little bit, but I would encourage you to break up the reps very early on, if not from the beginning. So even if you could do 12 unbroken push-up plus renegade rows, unbroken at the very beginning, you might consider breaking that into 7 and then 5, or 4, 4, 4, just to give yourself a quick little reset to avoid that fatigue setting in down the road.
Triton is a 15-minute AMRAP. That's as many rounds and reps as possible of 30 single unders or taps, 10 push-up plus taps, 10 single arm bent over rows on the right side, 10 single arm bent over rows on the left side. Your score for this workout is the total number of rounds completed plus any additional reps, and your goal is at least 7 rounds. All right, you guys, this is going to be a shoulder burner. So, for the single unders or the taps, choose a variation or a movement that you're able to breathe pretty comfortably throughout the entire 30 repetitions. For the push-up plus taps, choose a customization that you're able to complete 3 to 4 reps of at a time. Now, they don't need to be really fast repetitions. In fact, when you are going for the taps, make sure that you're practicing some stability through your hips and not letting your torso twist a lot as you're shifting the weight to touch your shoulder. So move with control, move steady, keep it consistent, and then take short breaks to reset.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna be doing program A with the dumbbells. Brian is going to be doing the sandbag version with the lateral pull across. Brian, are you ready?
Let's do it, Jambalaya.
Okay. Here we go. 10 seconds on the clock.
Okay, this sounds like a nice little Street Fighter action here with this song. All right, so we are in it for 20 minutes, Nicole. What do you think? What are you thinking about this workout?
I'm actually pretty excited about it. these are randomly movements that, for once, I enjoy.
You enjoy? Why do you enjoy them so much?
Well, I like a good dumbbell hop over. We all know that about me. And push-up renegade row is one of those few workouts, like it's a movement I'm pretty strong in, actually. So I feel good about this one.
Nice.
What about you?
I think it's great. You know, I look at this workout, obviously it falls into Project April, so we'll be doing the dumbbell version. But I mean, Brian's version as well, like if it wasn't Project April, that would actually be my go-to. Because I really, really enjoy just a solid push-up drag. It kind of changes things up a little bit. It's not something we always do in workouts, so yeah,
It's
I would.
fun.
Yeah, it definitely is. So the double unders took them about 20-something seconds, so under 30 seconds. That's giving them 90 seconds of work here. So, I mean, we're looking at getting in a good amount of volume in for the renegade row and for the push-up pull across.
What do you, I know that Jeb was saying he's going to try to break the push-ups renegade row up early. What would your approach be for attacking the push-up renegade row?
I totally agree. I would actually be as conservative as possible in the early rounds because the push-up renegade row is one of those movements that can get sloppy real quick if you just try to blast through it. People start piking the hips up really high. They start really rocking with it. Not really what we're going for. We want to make sure that we stay you know, as square as possible. Keep that midline nice and tight, and you know, bring those dumbbells all the way as close as you can to the chest there. Smooth, controlled movement. So I'm gonna say break up every 3 to 5 reps. Obviously that means, you know, 6 to 10 reps. Oh. Almost had an accident there. Oh my goodness. All right, so they are starting round 2 of this workout. I've seen better hopovers from Brian, but you know, what else to expect from Brian?
Where would you, what would you do if, say, you are trying dubs and you're not having necessarily the best day of your dubs, you're just not being consistent with them?
Then I would kind of put so this is actually one of those workouts that it allows people that don't often do dubs to try it out. But yeah, if you get put in that, just because, as you saw, you know, they have a lot of work time. So even if you ride the minute into the 40-second range, you still have a minute and 20 seconds of renegade row. That's a long time. So I would try, see how it's going after a couple of rounds. If at any point you're getting frustrated and you're pushing past the minute, just move on, go to dumbbell hopovers, and just, or, you know, acknowledge when it's time to kind of call it quits.
Yeah.
So you can still, you know, get in a good workout and not be disappointed in yourself, because that's something we want, right, when we're hitting some fitness. So
if I'm hitting the double unders and I hit a minute and I'm just not quite getting it, just put down the rope, move on?
100%. You know, if that happens every, like, you know, a couple rounds out of the whole 20 minutes, I think that's to be expected. Just kind of make up. But for the most part, like any vault workout or any workout in general, there is an intended stimulus that we're wanting you guys to achieve. The double unders is just a buy-in, right?
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be, you know, half the work. It's supposed to chip away at 20, 30 seconds, and then the remaining time should be focused on getting in those renegade rows or the, you know, push-up pull across.
Gotcha.
All right, Jeb has stopped about 10 seconds before the top of the, you know, minute, which is smart, especially in the early rounds. There's no need to ride it out to the end of the minute. See, right now we're gonna focus on Jeb and see how long it takes him. He's 3 rounds in. Let's see how consistent he is, as well as Brian with the hopovers.
Both of them are looking pretty smooth.
Yeah, very smooth. They both are under 25 seconds for that, which is great. I think that's, you know, unless you fumble a couple times, but for the most part, no more than 35 seconds, guys, for this piece here. The movements still look really strong. I can tell Brian probably did like 4 push-up pull across. He's taking a break. No need to tax himself, because again, you can get really, really sloppy on these movements if you go past what's needed.
Yeah, and beforehand, Jeb was saying his goal here is basically not to get sloppy on the renegade rows with this workout. Do you think there's going to be any, I'd say, disadvantage, I guess, for Jeb, the shoulder work in the double unders, whereas Brian just has to do hopovers? Do you think the shoulders will get more fatigued, or?
They might, but looking at Jeb, he's really efficient with his dubs. Sometimes people overdo it and they get all wild when they're doing their dubs and they, really tax the shoulders. But I think Jeb's going to be okay, and that's why I say because he's breaking up early often, I think he's getting a good flow and he's moving.
How's B-Dizzle doing back there?
Watch, Jeb stopped about 15 seconds before the next minute. He's staying pretty consistent. Let me look at his numbers. Brian was able to knock out 21 push-up pull across in the first, 2 minutes. Let's see, 17 in the second, 18 on the other. Jeb, 13, 12, and 12. If I'm being completely honest too though, I'm probably gonna go with dumbbell hopovers because to me, that's not something I work on every day and it actually taxes me way more than doing double unders. Double unders I've found that I've gotten really efficient with.
Yeah.
And the dumbbell hopovers, I can get better at my breathing when doing those. And I like that challenge. So I'm probably gonna stick to dumbbell hopovers. So for those of you guys who think you're customizing and not a way you want to because you're doing hopovers over double unders, I guarantee you're gonna get a better workout in with doing the dumbbell hopovers.
100%, especially if, like you're efficient on a double under. Those hopovers, you'll see people get way more winded, I feel, on a hopover than if they're used to them.
And we're just not used to jumping laterally on a regular basis, where dubs or box jumps, it's just up and down, up and down, up and down. I think it's really good to work on that lateral movement.
Thinking about it now, I'm thinking that maybe the reps is a little bit different for these two in terms of like when they would count it. So for Jeb, he's doing a push-up, row is one.
Yeah.
Whereas Brian's push-up, pull across is one.
Correct.
Push-up, pull across is another, correct?
Correct.
Gotcha. For a second, I was like, dang, B-Dizzle's just crushing Jebariah.
Yeah. One of the things too I want to point out, a lot of times when people do the renegade rows, please stay away from slamming the dumbbell down to the ground, because I've seen posts on the Facebook page, the community, of people saying that their palms hurt, what's going on. Well, a lot of times that means you're not controlling the dumbbell on the way down. Don't slam it on the ground because all that impact on your palm is just going to compound. And yeah, I mean, you're going to feel like you wrecked your hand. You're going to feel like you got some kind of bruising. Just be aware of that. What's happening there is you're slamming the dumbbell down on the ground. So I'm going to point out how Brian's doing his pull across. If you guys have the sandbag, the best way to go about it is notice how he's placed the sandbag so he's grabbing it from the top handle there and getting a nice, good, strong pull. He's keeping it, that's your best leverage right there, that top handle, because if you try to go any other, it gets really awkward and it's going to throw you off a rhythm. Get that sandbag completely across your body. Don't go halfway and then think you're good. Really pull it across, right? So make sure you guys are choosing a sandbag that's allowing you to drag that thing all the way across. Really throw some power in there. Jeb's still looking really strong. We're about halfway into this workout. You can tell the shoulder fatigue has definitely set in by this point here.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting to a point where this is a lot of push-ups.
Jeb's definitely knocking out about 2 renegade rows, so 4 total, I guess, if you're counting alternating reps, and he's taking a break after every 2 total renegade rows, right, which would be 4 alternating. I mean, that just goes to show, I mean, the difference. He's dropped now to 10. He went 13, 12, 12, 10. That's a big drop. That's when you know. So let's just see how it goes. I mean, they're halfway in. I think that that's going to be a good average. 10 to 12 reps is going to be realistic, you know, because you'll probably end up, you know, catching up and recovering a little bit once he's got into a good flow, and he'll pick those numbers back up. But for a lot of us, I think aiming to get 7 to 10 reps is going to be very, very realistic, which obviously means 14 to 20 if you're thinking alternating in your head. So.
Yeah, and that will also leave you perfectly in the goal range of
Yes,
reps.
perfect.
So when you're doing a renegade row, if you're taking a rest, when do you rest?
I always will drop, as soon as, you know, Jeb's doing it the right way, get off your shoulders, he's on his knees. You know, I can see Jeb right there, the fatigue setting in his palm, that's what I'm talking about there. So it does happen, guys, right? You're in a flow, you're very warmed up, you're not realizing, but over, you know, over time, the more you can try to be aware of it on how you set the dumbbells down will go a long way. Feeling it on the palms, Jeb? Feeling those palms? Oh, okay, all right. Oh, you should have taped them. That's a good tip there. Make sure you guys tape those thumbs, so that way you guys avoid those blisters there on your hand, like up in the thumb area, like thumb knuckle. What would you call this?
The knuckle?
The
knuckle.
just tape your thumbs.
Avoid the dumbbell kisses. Tape your knuckles.
Oh yeah. Let's see Brian's numbers. He has dropped down to 16 now. He went from 21 on first round to 16. So that just goes to show you guys, hey, maybe start off a little bit more conservatively, because Brian seems to have gone from 21, 17, 18, 16, 16. So maybe, you know, try to find a more consistent pace, break up a little bit more often earlier on. He hit 16 again, so this is his third round that he's knocked out 16 reps. Jeb's still looking real smooth. He's keeping those elbows in really close to his body. Look how efficient. He's really flicking the wrists. A lot of times, a lot of us will end up using so much shoulder when your arms start to flare out, and that just, you know, happens when people tend to get really tired, they get sloppy, and, you know, the more efficient you learn to become, your elbows will keep those elbows in, let the wrist do the work. It's just a flick of the wrist.
Flick of the wrist?
Flick of the wrist.
Nice.
That's a song, right? Is that a song?
Something.
I think so.
It might be slightly off tune. I might not.
No. I think it's good.
Okay. So say it's you're in the middle of this workout. You started out well. You're doing your dubs. Things are going all right. And then suddenly it just all falls apart. Is it okay to say chuck the rope and change to hopovers?
100%. If it's all falling apart, even if you felt like you were doing really, really good in the early rounds, but then halfway in, because remember, halfway in, there's a lot that starts kicking in. So halfway in, if you're starting to really mess that up, you know, you're starting to get frustrated, just know when to call it and throw this jump up aside and go immediately into your hopovers.
Nice.
But just do your best to try to stick to that. Flick of the wrist.
Flick of the wrist. Got it. You know, it's been a while since I've really tried to get back into double unders, because I do feel so good about dumbbell hopovers. I think I might hit up that double under progression video and start trying them again.
Oh yeah, how are your dubs?
Not good.
Oh wow.
They are not good.
So it sounds like we might need to work on those weaknesses. But I would suggest, so yeah, maybe try it in the early rounds of this workout when you're fresh. But again, Nicole is one of those perfect examples. If she feels, you know, she knows her ability. So I think, you know, when you're fresh, go into it, try it, see how it's gonna go. Given that it's, you know, what, 30? How many dubs?
30.
30 reps, you know, and if, you know, you start getting frustrated, just, you know, throw the dumbbell aside or throw the jump rope aside and go back to your hopovers. And then afterwards, I will challenge you guys to take 5 minutes and just knock out some dubs. Do like a little quick EMOM of dubs.
Nice.
Like 30 dubs every minute on the minute for 5 minutes. That way you end up feeling good about it.
That's not a bad idea.
Just full of good ideas, Nicole.
Good ideas. I'll work on that flick of the wrist.
All right, they are on their, they are in their 8th round right now. I'm curious to see what those numbers are going to be. I'm trying to find an average here.
Yeah, we Jeb was at 13, then he did 3 rounds of 12, 3 rounds of 10. Wondering if he's going to stick to the 10 here or drop it down a bit.
I always have a strategy when I approach workouts like this that are long, and you know fatigue is going to set in about halfway into the workout. So you avoid peacocking, right? The last thing you want to see a high number and then close out with a low number.
Yeah.
Find that middle ground, go 80%. So maybe stop 15 seconds, purposely stop 15 seconds as opposed to 10 before the top of the minute. And that way you get that time to recover. Let those shoulders breathe a little bit. Even though you might be feeling super excited, you're like, no, I can squeeze a couple more out. Don't do that. Trust us on this one. If you're feeling good halfway in, make the adjustment. But by halfway in, you'll realize, you'll find an average and you'll feel good about it.
Noted. So you guys are watching the dumbbell version and the sandbag version right now. If you decide to do the barbell version, make sure you read the full description. The rep scheme is a little bit different, so make sure you check that out.
All right, Brian hit another 16. So he has done 5 rounds at 16. Jeb has maintained 3 rounds of 10. He hit 9 on that one. Okay, so they have found a number that works for them, and they're trying to shoot for every single round now. Watch these last 2 rounds and see what the numbers are going to be. I'm curious if there's going to be an uptick now that they've been consistent with that middle pocket, which is round 6, 7, and 8 are the ones that kind of really give you your more realistic numbers. Curious to see if there's going to be a bump back up.
Gotcha.
Your body just goes into a natural conservative mode. At least mine does. I don't. Just steady state.
Mode.
Just steady state from the get-go.
Well, like I'll come out real hot, round 1, round 2, and then it's like conserve.
Nice. Just hiding that whoop. Like, oh no, I got to stay in that 70% heart rate.
Right?
71%? Nope.
Don't want to burn out.
Oh man, this is one of those workouts, can look really deceiving because you look at it, oh, how bad can it be? But, these guys are sweating. And Jeb, those shoulders are definitely getting taxed. I see those triceps shaking from here.
He's fighting for every
like
rep at this
earthquakes
point.
happening on those horseshoes. Keep it together, Nicole. Keep it together. Professional, please. Wow.
I'm sorry. My bad. Fun fact, when Brian was younger, his nickname was Grandpa.
Was that a fun fact or was this just the fact?
I mean, it's fun in that he said that his brothers used to make fun of him all the time.
Ah, I see.
It's fun for me to hear the
I see.
story.
All right, this is it. This is our last round. Jeb went 8 on that one. Brian maintained consistency with 16. All right, they're going to close it out. I want to see those numbers getting pumped.
Yeah, pump up the numbers. Brian's our accountant, so we'll make sure he's been counting right all along.
Just fittest accountant. I'd definitely sign him up for the fittest accountant games.
Where do they hold those?
I don't know, the 10 key games.
The 10 key games. Rachel would want to participate in the 10 key games. She's pretty proud of her ability with the 10 key. Come on, Dad. Go, Brian.
This is definitely that point, guys, where I recommend staying true to form as much as possible. Still break often. Don't get sloppy. No need for that. No massive swings in the hips. Stay as square as possible. Get a strong pull. Listen to your body, break when needed. They have about 50 seconds left.
Digging deep on this last minute. Okay, I have an actual fun fact.
Okay,
Brian
Nicole.
has only, for 1 year of his entire life, had a bedroom to himself.
I didn't hear you.
Only 1 year of his life, Brian has had a bedroom to himself. He grew up in a family of 10 kids. And then he went to college, and then he got married. Not fun fact?
Nah, that's not
It was
fun.
interesting.
Sure.
Yikes.
Maybe just stick with fact.
Not so fun fact. Brian's an accountant.
15 seconds left.
Come on, Jeb. Come on, Brian. Really digging for these last reps.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and that is a wrap. Woo! Wow, wow, wow.
Good job, guys.
That was rough. Oh, man. Wow. Oh, man, it is humid in here. Time to turn off the music. Time to cut ourselves out here. Time for Jeb's tips.
I don't think Jeb wants to give tips right now, but we'll see what he got.
Okay. So, extremely grippy. My hands hurt. Tape your thumbs. Honestly, the double unders, hop overs, those are gonna get you out of breath, but not really affect the workout too much, I don't think. It really all comes down to the renegade rows. They really started to fall apart there at the end. I started out, I was able to do sets of like 5 and 4, slowly it became 4 and 3, and then 2s. Really commit to not getting sloppy on those, because it's very tempting to just shoot your butt back and up into the air to assist you with the row portion. So really try and focus on keeping your belly tight, keeping your hips square. With a non-pulling arm, push down into the dumbbell, and will give you a better base to pull from. So that really was helpful. But man, it's just the shoulders, the pecs, the triceps. It's only one movement, so there's not really anywhere to escape. So I would say break it up early. Those rounds, probably like 10, 11, 12, from the 10-minute mark to like the 14 or 16-minute mark, are really rough. If you can grit through that and just dig deep on the last couple of minutes, that goal time of, or goal range of 80 to 120 reps should be no problem.
What's up, guys? Registration is live for our Jack by June Nutrition Challenge. Now, with this challenge, we're going to be building off of the basics that we focused on with our nutrition habits in the Control Your Fitness Challenge. We're going to dive a little bit deeper into our nutrition, looking at what we're eating as well as how to build a balanced plate. Now, traditionally, the Jack by June Challenge has been based off of the street parking nutrition templates. However, that is not required this year. We're gonna be giving you a few different ways that you guys can build your plates to where you don't have to use any scale or measuring necessary. So with this challenge, we're gonna be working on our habits with our nutrition as well as our lifestyle. Now, each of those habits is gonna have some points associated with it. That's gonna give you access to our Jack by June shop. Now, this is gonna be an exclusive shop where you can only buy this gear by participating in this challenge and following through with your habits. There might be a fanny pack in there, I heard. This 4-week challenge is gonna be free for active street parking members. So if you have a loved one or a family member that you want to actively participate in the challenge, make sure you have them sign up for street parking before they join the challenge. For all of the challenge details, as well as the tasks and habits that we're gonna be working on for the challenge, head on over to members only, check out the Jack by June page, and you can register there as well. For those of you guys that have participated in Jack by June before, we had some requirements with incorporating some of our accessory programs or our extra programs like bro sessions. Now for this challenge, we are gonna be releasing 2 new extra programs for you guys, our dumbbell strength program and our body weight strength program. However, they're not gonna be a requirement for you to do for this challenge, but just an added bonus if you guys wanna throw it into your daily workouts. We hope you guys can join us in getting jacked by June.